Hi everyone, and welcome to Transgender Day of Remembrance 2020. My name is Skylar Arend. I'm one of the co-facilitators for the gender expansive community of Anchorage, and I'm going to be kind of emceeing this night. First off, we're going to have some opening remarks from Laura Carpenter, the new Executive Director of Identity.
Hello, I'm Laura Carpenter, the Executive Director at Identity. Welcome to this virtual event, Transgender Day of Remembrance. On behalf of Identity's staff, board, and volunteers, I want to thank you for being here tonight and for supporting transgender and gender expansive people. We may not be gathering in person this year, but we are not alone. I also want to acknowledge that I'm on Denina land and that we are broadcasting this event from Denina land. I pay my respects to elders past, present, and future of this place, and those who have stewarded the land for generations, and those who are stewarding the land for the next 10,000 years. While we gather here tonight to honor transgender and gender expansive people whose lives were lost to anti-transgender violence, I want to take a moment of silence to honor all those whose lives have been lost to racism, fear, and intolerance. We may not say their names tonight, but we do not forget. Thank you. Identity's vision is for a world where everyone is free to express and be proud of their gender identity, gender expression, and sexual orientation. Our work is made possible by so many people like you, volunteers, donors, community partners, and I really appreciate this effort to make our vision a reality. Transgender Day of Remembrance is also an event that happens with a collaboration of many people, volunteers, partner organizations, including the Gender Expansive Community of Anchorage, or GECA as some of us call it. GECA is a social support group that meets regularly online right now and in person when safe to do so. Identity also has a social support group, Translution, for youth who would like to explore gender identity and transgender through a safe, supportive environment. I want to give a special shout out to the Queen's Guard, who is hosting a separate Zoom tonight for a safe place if you would like some peer support or to talk through what is happening. You'll learn more about that in a little bit. Thank you to everyone who has participated in TDOR, reading, candlelight vigils, support, sharing. I appreciate this community effort to make an event like this possible and honor those whose lives have been lost. As Mother Jones says, we will pray for the dead and fight like hell for the living. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to say a little bit about how this event is going to go, as well as a little bit about the history, and then we'll get started. So the main portion of Transgender Day of Remembrance is the reading of the list of names of trans and gender expansive people who died due to violence in the past year. It is a very heavy event. As Laura mentioned, we do have a Zoom room full of peer support, so if at any time you feel like you need some, the link is in the description below the video. So Transgender Day of Remembrance was started originally to memorialize a murdered trans woman of color from Boston, Massachusetts. Rita Hester. And has since grown to being an event about memorializing all trans and gender expansive people who died due to violence in the past year. Data on these numbers first started really being collected in 2006, and I'd like to thank Transjustice versus Transphobia Worldwide, which is the organization that runs the Trans Murder Monitoring Project, where we get most of this data. There are 350 names on the list this year, which is 6% more than last year. And many parts of the world we just do not have data for, so the number is likely much higher. It's also much higher if you include those we have lost due to suicide, for just not being able to live as they are, for being in unsafe environments where they felt that they couldn't cope. And also for those who are unable to find the medical care that they need because they're in a unsafe position that deems them as wrong. So even though we will not be reading their names tonight, they will still be remembered. So we will begin with the reading of the list of names, have a brief break in the middle for a moment from one of our community members, and then we'll have a candlelight vigil at the end. If you would like to light a candle with us, please feel free to locate that now. Thank you all for being here. Name, not reported. Age, not reported. Date of death, October 4th, 2019. Location of death, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Cause of death, other. Name, not reported. Age, not reported. Date of death, October 4th, 2019. Location of death, Curitiba, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name, not reported. Age, not reported. Date of death, October 5th, 2019. Location of death, Patos, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Paula Arujo. Age, 31. Date of death, October 6, 2019. Location of death, Teresina, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Ronnie Gonçalves. Age, 47. Date of death, October 6, 2019. Location of death, Guyana, Brazil. Cause of death, beaten. Soledad Fernandez. Age, 40. Date of death, October 8th, 2019. Location of death, Zanjapita, Paraguay. Cause of death, beaten. Michelle Almeida. Age not reported. Date of death, October 9th, 2019. Location of death, Unaio dos Palmares, Brazil. Cause of death, other. La Diva. Age 30. Date of death, October 10th, 2019. Location of death, Guaduas de Cundinamarca, Colombia. Cause of death, shot. Vidalia Molina Delgado. Age 35. Date of death, October 11th, 2019. Location of death, Mazatenango, Guatemala. Cause of death, shot. Julia, age 30. Date of death, October 12th, 2019. Location of death, Sobral, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Deborah Carranza, age 40. Date of death, October 12th, 2019. Location of death, San Pedro Sula, Honduras. Cause of death, stabbed. Hamza, age not reported. Date of death, October 13th, 2019. Location of death, Hyderabad, India. Cause of death, burned. Name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death, October 13th, 2019. Location of death, Suchipeques, El Salvador. Cause of death, shot. Romanic, age not reported. Date of death, October 13th, 2019. Location of death, Curitiba, Brazil. Cause of death, beaten. Michelle Pfeiffer. Age not reported. Date of death October 14th, 2019. Location of death Sao Paulo, Brazil. Cause of death stabbed. Lorena Vincente. Age 23. Date of death October 15th, 2019. Location of death Sao Paulo, Brazil. Cause of death beaten.
Brianna B.B. Hill, age 30, date of death 10/16/2019, location of death Kansas City, USA, cause of death shot. Lina Marcela Jimenez Granados, age 26, date of death 10/19/2019, location of death Bucaramanga, Colombia, cause of death stabbed. ID De Silva, age 40, date of death 10/25/2019, location of death Petrolina, Brazil, cause of death shot. Name not reported, age 47, date of death 10/25/2019, location of death Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, cause of death shot. Chicho Chirinos, age 49, date of death 10/26/2019, location of death La Plata, Argentina, cause of death stabbed. Anahi Miranda Rivas, age 27, date of death 10/27/2019, location of death San Salvador, El Salvador, cause of death stabbed. Bruna, age 30, date of death 10/30/2019, location of death Salvador, Brazil, cause of death shot. Bruna Soares, age 23, date of death 11/1/2019, location of death São Mateus, Brazil, cause of death stabbed. Name not reported, age not reported, date of death 11/3/2019, location of death Jacona, Mexico, cause of death stoned. Name not reported, age 43, date of death 11/4/2019, location of death Juiz de Fora, Brazil, cause of death shot. Name not reported, age not reported, date of death 11/4/2019, location of death Chihuahua, Mexico, cause of death other. Paula Santos, age 26, date of death 11/5/2019, location of death Jacuíe, Brazil, cause of death other. Jade Camila Diaz, age 27, date of death 11/6/2019, location of death Mianguera del Golfo, El Salvador, cause of death tortured. Brigitte Miron, age 15, date of death 11/9/2019, location of death La Gomera, Guatemala, cause of death shot. Pedrita, age 47, date of death 11/10/2019, location of death Ribeirão Preto, Brazil, cause of death other. Daphne Kowani, age 15, date of death 11/11/2019. Location of death, Recife, Brazil. Cause of death, stoned.
Number 33, Michelle N. Age not reported. Date of death, November 12, 2019. Location of death, Zihuatanejo, Mexico. Cause of death, shot.
Number 34, Gisela Corvallon, age 47. Date of death, November 13th, 2019. Location of death, Santiago de Estero, Argentina. Cause of death, stabbed.
Number 35, Monica De La Torre. Age not reported. Date of death, November 15th, 2019. Location of death, Martinez de la Torre, Mexico. Cause of death, tortured.
Number 36, Jerica Rivas Ruiz. Age 28. Date of death, November 16th, 2019. Location of death, Bogota, Colombia. Cause of death, other.
Number 37, Victoria Pineda. Age 28. Date of death, November 16th, 2019. Location of death, Departamento de Aquapan. Cause of death, beaten.
Number 38, La Pampas, age 41, date of death, November 17th, 2019, location of death, Restrepo Valley, Colombia, cause of death, stabbed.
Number 39, Sarita, age 40, date of death, November 18th, 2019. Location of death, Manaus, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed.
Number 40, Pedrita, age 20. Date of death, November 18th, 2019. Location of death, São Miguel de Campos, Brazil. Cause of death, shot.
Number 41, Carol. Age not reported. Date of death, November 21st, 2019. Location of death, Extremo, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed.
Number 42, Coral. Age not reported. Date of death, November 21st, 2019. Location of death, Mexico City, Mexico. Cause of death, shot.
Number 43, Rafaela Salas. Age 26. Date of death, November 22nd, 2019. Location of death, Linhares, Brazil. Cause of death, run over by car.
Number 44, Isabelle Prado, age 23, date of death, November 23rd, 2019, location of death, Tremondai, Brazil, cause of death, other.
Number 45, Monica Coelho, age 44, date of death, November 26, 2019. Location of death, Vienna, Brazil. Cause of death, shot.
Number 46, Alejandra. Age 38. Date of death, November 30th, 2019. Location of death, Jacona, Mexico. Cause of death not reported.
Number 47, name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death, November 30th, 2019. Location of death, Tehuantepec, Mexico. Cause of death, tortured.
Number 48, Rosa Granados. Age 28. Date of death, November 30th, 2019. Location of death, Loma Larga, El Salvador. Cause of death, shot.
A person whose name and age were not reported, who died on December 2nd, 2019, in Salina Cruz, Mexico, from an unspecified cause of death. Mufa Oliva, age 30, who died on December 2nd, 2019, in Quito, Ecuador, from being stabbed. E.L., age 20, who died on December 3rd, 2019, in Kristianstad, Sweden, cause of death unspecified. Nicole, age 33, who died on December the 6th, 2019, in Toledo, Brazil, from being shot. Marcel Brandina, age 23, who died on December 10th, 2019, in Marila, Brazil, from being shot. Veronica de Oliveira, age 40, who died on December 12th, 2019, in Santa Maria, Brazil, from being stabbed. Lorana Martins dos Santos, whose age is not reported, who died on December 14th, 2019, in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, whose cause of death was unreported. Nikki Kuhnhausen, 17, who died on December 18th, 2019, in Vancouver, Washington, United States, from being strangled. A person whose name was not reported and whose age was not reported, who died on December 18th, 2019, in Villa de Alvarez, Mexico, from being shot. Yahira Nesby, 33, who died on December 19th, 2019, in Brooklyn, New York, United States, from being shot. Christy Conde Vasquez, 28, who died on December 19th, 2019, in El Salvador, El Salvador, from being shot. Kendall, age 19, who died on December 20th, 2019, in Santa Fe, Colombia, from being stabbed. A person whose name was not reported, who was 49, who died on December 21st, 2019, in Montreal, Canada, from being decapitated and dismembered. Andrea Nayeli, 46, who died on December 22nd, 2019, in Iztapalapa, Mexico, from being shot. Julie Berman, 51, who died on December 22nd, 2019, in Toronto, Canada, from being beaten. Luciana Robledo, 32, who died on December 24th, 2019, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, cause of death not reported.
Alice Nobrega was killed on 12/25/2019 in Patos, Brazil, at the age of 30. Mia Perry was shot on 12/29/2019 in Washington, USA, at age 26. Eli Pimentel was shot to death in Brazil on 12/31/2019.
Dustin Parker was killed on New Year's Day by gunshot in Oklahoma City at the age of 25. Nair Mafela was 27 when they were stabbed in Limpopo, South Africa, also on New Year's Day 2020. Jennifer Avila, another New Year's Day death in Guatemala City, Guatemala, was 25 years old when stoned to death.
Selena Peixoto was shot to death on 1/2/2020 in Brazil at the age of 37. Sapna was stabbed in India on 1/3/2020. Unidentified person was shot to death on 1/3/2020 in Mexico.
Andressa, at the age of 20, was run over by a car in Curitiba, Brazil on January 5th of this year. Victoria dos Santos was 19 and shot in Radcliffe, Brazil on the 6th of January, 2020. An unidentified person was shot on the 6th of January this year in Fortaleza, Brazil.
Hans Acevedo, age 46, died on 1/9/2020 in Guatemala City, Guatemala. Brenda Landry was stabbed to death on 1/9/2020 at the age of 24 in Bogota, Colombia.
Gisela Catrine died on the 9th of January, 2020 in Rio de Janeiro by gunshot. And an unidentified person was shot on the 9th of January in Recife, Brazil.
Number 81, Gisela Rios, age 40. Date of death, January 11, 2020. Location of death, Curitiba, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Number 82, name not reported. Age, not reported. Date of death, January 11, 2020. Location of death, Jua, Brazil. Cause of death, tortured. Number 83, Tamara, age 24. Date of death, January 13, 2020. Location of death, St. Petersburg, Russia. Cause of death, decapitated/dismembered. Number 84, Paulina, age 24. Date of death, January 13, 2020. Location of death, Diadópolis, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Number 85, name not reported. Age, not reported. Date of death, January 14, 2020. Location of death, Zulia, Venezuela. Cause of death, decapitated/dismembered. Number 86, Kimberly Mcrae, age 69. Date of death, January 14, 2020. Location of death, Sydney, Australia. Cause of death, other. Number 87, name not reported. Age, 27. Date of death, January 15, 2020. Location of death, Tarambaro, Mexico. Cause of death, stabbed. Number 88, Briette Michelle Alas, age 25. Date of death, January 16, 2020. Location of death, Delgado City, El Salvador. Cause of death, shot. Number 89, Fabiola, age not reported. Date of death, January 16, 2020. Location of death, Salvador, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Number 90, Ana Clara Lima, age 38. Date of death, January 17, 2020. Location of death, Brasilia, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Number 91, name not reported, age 25. Date of death, January 17, 2020. Location of death, San Salvador, El Salvador. Cause of death, shot. Number 92, Ajita Ujel, age 29. Date of death, January 18, 2020. Location of death, Kathmandu, Nepal. Cause of death, strangled/hanged. Number 93, Hillary Medina, age 22. Date of death, January 18, 2020. Location of death, Huila, Colombia. Cause of death, shot. Number 94, Letitia, age 17. Date of death, January 19, 2020. Location of death, Boa Vista, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Number 95, Morgana Ribeiro, age 37. Date of death, January 20th, 2020. Location of death, Santa Maria, Brazil. Cause of death, not reported. Number 96, name not reported, age not reported. Date of death, January 20th, 2020. Location of death, Medellin, Colombia. Cause of death, shot.
Shakira, age 27. Date of death, January 21st. Location of death, Chilpancingo, Mexico. Cause of death, shot. NN, age not reported. Date of death, January 24th. Location of death, Campo Bom, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Bruna Oliveira, date of death, January 26th. Age 23. Location of death, Natal, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Marie de Bastos Lima, age 37. Date of death, January 27th. Location of death, Santo Antonio de Livaguir, Brazil. Cause of death, tortured. NN, age not reported. Date of death, January 28th. Location of death, Garcia, Mexico. Cause of death, burned. Odelia Brenner Durack, age 25. Date of death, January 30th. Location of death, Rolim de Mira, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Roberta Barbajal, age 50. Date of death, February 1st. Location of death, La Planta, Argentina. Cause of death, stabbed. Isabella Colts, age 27. Date of death, February 4th. Location of death, Florianopolis, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. NN, age not reported. Date of death, February 5th. Location of death, Nuevo Leon, Mexico. Cause of death, stabbed. Samantha Dovalle, age 20. Date of death, February 7th. Location of death, Florianopolis, Brazil. Cause of death not reported. Guadalupe, age 45. Date of death, February 7th. Location of death, Estado de Mexico, Mexico. Cause of death, asphyxiation, smoke inhalation, suffocation. Joyce Berlim, age 28. Date of death, February 8th. Location of death, Lumiero, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Dorite Lopez Leal, age not reported. Date of death, February 8th. Location of death, Agricolianda, Brazil. Cause of death, tortured. B. Lembina de la Aguila, age 26. Date of death, February 9th. Cause of death, Lima, Peru. Location of death, Lima, Peru. Cause of death, stabbed. Sabrina Sampiero, age 20. Date of death, February 9th. Location of death, Conselheiro Lafayette, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Valeira, age 46. Date of death, February 10th. Location of death, Chelyabinsk, Russia. Cause of death, beaten.
Nicole, age not reported. Date of death, February 10th, 2020. Location of death, San Cristobal de las Casas, Mexico. Cause of death, beaten. Tabata Oliveira Blues, age 31. Date of death, February 10th, 2020. Location of death, Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Mamta, age not reported. Date of death, February 11th, 2020. Location of death, Ahmedabad, India. Cause of death, stabbed. Nem, age 38. Date of death, February 11th, 2020. Location of death, Campinas, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Catarina Ariel, age 22. Date of death, February 12th, 2020. Location of death, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death, February 13th, 2020. Location of death, Natal, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Isabella Oliveira, age not reported. Date of death, February 14th, 2020. Location of death, Augustina Palalis, Brazil. Cause of death, other. Monique Matias Chagas, age 25. Date of death, February 14th, 2020. Location, Missal Valma, Brazil. Cause of death, other. Bruna Carla, age 23. Date of death, February 15th, 2020. Location of death, Quilombo, Brazil. Cause of death, tortured. Richley Silva, age 25. Date of death, February 17th, 2020. Location of death, Sierra Miram, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death, February 18th, 2020. Location of death, Uruapan, Mexico. Cause of death, shot. Lara Argento, age not reported. Date of death, February 18th, 2020. Location of death, Roma, Italy. Cause of death, other. Gabby, age 21. Date of death, February 20, 2020. Location of death, Anápolis, Brazil. Cause of death, not reported. Gabriele Vandergil, age 28. Date of death, February 20th, 2020. Location of death, Itaperuna, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Jessica Sarmiento, age 38. Date of death, February 21st, 2020. Location of death, Paris, France. Cause of death, run over by car. Bruna Andrade, age 30. Date of death, February 22nd, 2020. Location, Florianopolis, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed.
Maria Eduardo Ares Diaz, 32. February 23rd, Brazil. Murdered from other causes. Alexa murder. 29. February 23rd, Toa Baja, Puerto Rico. Shot. Name not reported. Age not reported. February 23rd, Fortaleza, Brazil. Shot. Name not reported. 31. February 23rd, Araguaia, Brazil, tortured. La Chachis, or La Tocha, 32. February 25th, Zamora, Michoacan, Mexico, shot. Ali Mamani Humani, 44. February 26th, Arequipa, Peru, murdered from other causes. Minu, age not reported, February 26th, Gurugram, India, shot. Alexa Frieras Pereira, 28, February 28th, Betim, Brazil, stabbed. Alexa Negron Luciano, age not reported, March 2nd, Tao Baja, Puerto Rico, shot. Yempi Mendez Arocho, 19, March 5th, Moca, Puerto Rico, shot. Carly Sasha Chachina Palomino, 33, March 5th, Buenos Aires, Argentina, shot. Patsy Andrea, age not reported, March 5th, Chihuahua, Mexico, beaten. Tita, 32, March 6th, La Union, El Salvador, burned. Colonel Guerrero, 32, March 6th, Emiliano Zapata, Mexico, shot. Talita, age not reported. March 10th, Belo Horizonte, Brazil, stabbed. Ludmila Nascimentos de Santos, age not reported. March 12th, Alagoas, Brazil, shot.
Isadora, age 51, date of death, March 12, 2020. Location of death, Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name not recorded. Age not reported. Date of death, March 13, 2020. Location of death, Mexico City, Mexico. Cause of death, stoned. Name not recorded. Age 31. Date of death, March 15, 2020. Location of death, Embu, Goaca, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Stephanie Cardona Matias, age 32. Date of death, March 15, 2020. Location of death, Mexico, Guatemala. Cause of death, shot. Valeria Balim, age not reported. Date of death, March 15, 2020. Location of death, Americana, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Name not recorded. Age 30. Date of death, March 16, 2020. Location of death, Chihuahua, Mexico. Cause of death, beaten. VGG. Age 28. Date of death, March 17, 2020. Location of death, Bangalore, India. Cause of death, stabbed. Monica Diamond. Age 34. Date of death, March 18, 2020. Location of death, Charlotte, USA. Cause of death, shot. Hafiana Pamintia, age 25. Date of death, March 19, 2020. Location of death, Arapaquia, Brazil. Cause of death, tortured. Brittany, age 25. Date of death, March 20th, 2020. Location of death, Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. Cause of death, stabbed. Paloma, age 22. Date of death, March 20th, 2020. Location of death, Caruaru, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. La Marquesa, age not reported. Date of death, March 21st, 2020. Location of death, Minatitlán, Mexico. Cause of death, shot. Kelly, age 35. Date of death, March 22nd, 2020. Location of death, Caruacaru, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Daniela Saceda, age not reported. Date of death, March 23rd, 2020. Location of death, Chihuahua, Mexico. Cause of death, not reported. Carla Valentina, N. Age 25. Date of death, March 23rd, 2020. Location of death, San Felipe, Mexico. Cause of death, shot. Naomi Nicole Lasanore, age 25. Date of death, March 24th, 2020. Location of death, Mexico City. Cause of death, shot.
Name, not reported, age 30. Date of death, March 26th, 2020. Location of death, Cariacia, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name, Lexi. Age 33. Date of death, March 28th, 2020. Location of death, New York, United States. Cause of death, stabbed. Name, not reported. Age 20. Date of death, March 29th, 2020. Location of death, El Zapoto, Mexico. Cause of death, stoned. Name, not reported. Age 35. Date of death, March 31st, 2020. Location of death, Chihuahua, Mexico. Cause of death, shot. Name, Luisa Sandoval Lemus. Age 24. Date of death, March 31st, 2020. Location of death, Puerto Barrios, Guatemala. Cause of death, tortured. Name, Jennifer Alcantara. Age 34. Date of death, March 31st, 2020. Location of death, Dourados, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Name, Fabiola Beliada Andrade. Age 48. Date of death, March 31st, 2020. Location of death, Yaque, Brazil. Cause of death, beaten. Name, Reika França. Age 26. Date of death, April 4th, 2020. Location of death, Guaiancia, Brazil. Cause of death, stoned. Name, Musa. Age 15. Date of death, April 4th, 2020. Location of death, Faisalabad, Pakistan. Cause of death, beaten. Name, J.F. Do Nascimento Martins. Age 27. Date of death, April 6th, 2020. Location of death, Baú, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name, Mira. Age 43. Date of death, April 7th, 2020. Location of death, Jakarta, Indonesia. Cause of death, burned. Name, not reported. Age, not reported. Date of death, April 8th, 2020. Location of death, Ilhéus, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name, not reported. Age, not reported. Date of death, April 9th, 2020. Location of death, Pirapora, Brazil. Cause of death, other. Name, Sasha Santos. Age, not reported. Death, date of death, April 4th, 2020. Location of death, Aracaju, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name, Ana Karen Velasco Castellan. Age 25. Date of death, April 11th, 2020. Location of death, Veracruz, Mexico. Cause of death, shot. Name, Johanna Metzger. Age 25. Date of death, April 11th, 2020. Location of death, Baltimore, United States. Cause of death, stabbed.
All right, and now we will be hearing a couple words from Sam Ohana, who is the co-facilitator of the Gender Expansive Community of Anchorage with me.
Good evening, my friends. We are brought together tonight because fear, hatred, and ignorance continually traumatize our community. Hundreds of beautiful lives are cruelly cut short every year. However, people are meant to mourn in the community of each other, and I am deeply comforted that all of you are here with me and that we are not alone. In past years, I've been able to see, hug, and connect to members of this community whom I deeply love. But due to the state of our world, I'm here with you tonight just as fully via the internet, and I am grateful for this time of reflection together. I'm honored to gently hold the collective tenderness of our aching hearts. For the loved ones who have passed, their names remain in our hearts. We all miss you so much, Andrea, and we always will. Their names remind us of their presence and perseverance and how they have impacted the world around us. In thinking about the tradition of reading the names, I want to mention how incredibly important a trans person's name is. Frequently, when we transition, in whatever form that takes, we may choose to change our name to better reflect the people we are. Some people have known their names since childhood. Some of us want our name to signal our gender to others as either masculine, feminine, or neither. And with each time it is uttered, it increases the likelihood that we will be acknowledged and validated for who we are. It might reflect a connection to our past or our family, or how we envision parts of ourselves. Perhaps it's a name we love the sound of, and we imagine how wonderful it will feel to hear that name directed towards us, knowing it was ours all along. Sometimes we keep our name as we feel that it already reflects us, or we change the spelling, and sometimes we lack the safety and resources to change it, but it may still be known to us. In a way, our names are a true window into our inner selves. They are a culmination of much personal reflection, an expression of our sense of self and our place in the world. We have thought about them, talked to people about them, solicited opinions, tried names on when we order coffee, played with the spelling, looked up lists and meanings, gone before a judge, paid money, and filled out piles of paperwork. We may also have listened to people laugh at our names, make fun of them, say they don't see it, can't make themselves use it, don't like it, refuse to use it, change it to something they like better, etc. The more our culture recognizes us for who we are, the greater our ability to accept ourselves. Our name is a symbol of change and our resistance to expectations our culture imposes upon us. What happens to the former name? Well, sometimes it's transformed into another version and used as a middle name. Sometimes it's given to a child. Sometimes it fades away entirely, and sometimes it is used to be hurtful, hurled against us like stones, used to invalidate us by unaccepting family or agencies, to point out that they are choosing to ignore our truth, our reality, and our existence. Far too often, when a gender diverse person dies, their family buries them with the former name or dead name, using it in eulogies, obituaries, gravestones, showing only pre-transition photos, and sometimes dressing the body for the funeral as the family desires. And they hold a funeral for the person the family wanted them to be, but not the family member that they had. This erases and disrespects us, denying who we are and embedding who we aren't into the memories of friends and family when we no longer have the ability to fight back. Dr. Yalom and then Macklemore said that you die twice, the first time when you pass away, and the second time is the last time anyone says your name. When we read the list of names tonight, we are taking a moment to remember each person as the person they knew themselves to be. We are honoring each person for the inner journey they took to know themselves, for the courage it took to express that, and for the cruel tragedy that ended their life for no reason other than expressing themselves authentically. As you hear each name, perhaps envision a small flame joining the eternal flame of our ancestors, our transcestors, to be remembered forever as their true selves. May we one day have no need for this night, and until then, please know that you matter, that you are perfect exactly as you are, and that you are loved.
Before we continue with reading the rest of the names, I would just like to remind people again about the Zoom room full of peer support. If you are feeling like you need some right now, again, the link is in the description below the video. Please go in there and ask for support or anything that you need. Thank you. We'll now continue reading the names.
Luana Alves, aged 25. Date of death, April 11th, 2020. Location of death, Meijo, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name not reported, 25 years old. Date of death, April 11th, 2020. Location of death, Veracruz, Mexico. Cause of death, decapitated, dismembered. Lika Doberov, age 33. Date of death, April 12th, 2020. Location of death, Patos, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Penelope Diaz Ramirez, age 33. Date of death, April 13th, 2020. Location of death, Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Cause of death, asphyxiation, smoke inhalation, suffocation. Paloma Salas Jimenez, age 33. Date of death, April 16th, 2020. Location of death, Barranquilla, Colombia. Cause of death, they were stabbed. Mayfer Marbella Santos, age 28. Date of death, April 16th, 2020. Location of death, Amatitlan, Guatemala. Cause of death, shot. Name not reported, age not reported. Date of death, April 17th, 2020. Location of death, Oroampan, Mexico. They were shot. Letitia, age 18. Date of death, April 18th, 2020. Location of death, Kimaru do Norte, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Oscar, age 28. Date of death, April 19th, 2020. Location of death, Tustadec, Oaxacan, Mexico. They were shot. Leila Pilayas Sanchez, age 21. Date of death, April 23rd, 2020. Location of death, Humacao, Puerto Rico. Cause of death, burned. Sorina Angelique Velasquez Ramos, age 32. Killed. Date of death, April 22nd, 2020. Location of death, Humacao, Puerto Rico. They were burned. Eduarda, age 33. Date of death, April 22nd, 2020. Location of death, Manuaxacu, Brazil. They were shot. Name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death, April 22nd, 2020. Location of death, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Lito, age not reported. Date of death, April 23rd, 2020. Location of death, Eloise, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. MD Alberto, age not reported. They were killed. The date of death, April 27th, 2020. Location of death, Pablo Nogue, Argentina. They were stabbed. Natasha Lobato, age 30. Occupation, sex worker. Date of death, April 27th, 2020. Location of death, Francisco Morato, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed.
Dumonte, age 20, April 29th, 2020, Veracruz, Mexico. Cause of death, stabbed. Marianne Androli, their age is not reported, but they died on April 29th, 2020, in Osco, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Jane Dos Santos, age 35, died May 2nd, 2020, Salvador, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Fernanda de Souza Pavea, her age is not reported. They died May 3rd, 2020, in Sobradinho, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Nina Pop, age 28, May 3rd, 2020. They died in Sikeston, USA. Cause of death, stabbed. NN, their age is not reported. The date of death is May 4th, 2020, in Natal, Brazil. The cause of death, tortured. Luz Clara, age 23, occupation, sex worker. They died on May 5th, 2020, in La Ceiba, Honduras. The cause of death is beaten. Helly J. O'Regan, age 20, date of death, May 6th, 2020, San Antonio, Texas. Cause of death, stabbed. Teresa C., age 22, date of death, May 6th, 2020. Location, Caslacu, Mexico. Cause of death, tortured. Fabia Oliveira, age 22, date of death, May 7th, 2020. São Domingos, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. NN, age not reported, date of death, May 9th, 2020. Pertina M. Murray, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Hirawaz, age not reported, date of death, May 9th, 2020. Location, Pakistan. Cause of death, beaten. Jane Thompson, age 33, date of death, May 9th, 2020. Location, Colorado. Cause of death, shot. NN, age not reported, date of death, May 10th, 2020. Location, San Mateo, Capital, Mexico. Cause of death, beaten. NN, age 56, date of death, May 10th, 2020. Joás de Fora, Brazil. Cause of death, tortured. Robertina Santos, age 42, date of death, May 10th, 2020. Location, Brazil. Cause of death, shot.
Number 209, Harini, age not reported, date of death, May 12, 2020. Location of death, Warangal, India. Cause of death, stabbed. Number 210, Paula, age not reported, date of death, May 15th, 2020. Location of death, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Number 211, name not known, age 33, date of death, May 16th, 2020. Location of death, Fortaleza, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Number 212, Jesusa Fidel Ventura Reyes, age not reported, date of death, May 18th, 2020. Location of death, Veracruz, Mexico. Cause of death, decapitated, dismembered. Number 213, name not known, age 30, date of death May 21st, 2020, location of death Taubaté, Brazil, cause of death asphyxiation, smoke inhalation, suffocated. Number 214, Carlotta, age not reported, date of death May 24th, 2020, location of death Belo Horizonte, Nicaragua, cause of death run over by car. Number 215, Tony McDade, age 38, date of death May 27th, 2020, location of death Tallahassee, United States, cause of death shot. Number 216, Cristaliba de Manaus, age not reported, date of death May 29th, 2020, location of death Sao Paulo, Brazil, cause of death strangled, hanged. Number 217, Alejandra Monocuco, age 39, date of death May 29, 2020, location of death Bogota, Colombia, cause of death other. Number 218, Michael, age not reported, date of death May 31, 2020, location of death Cancun, Mexico, cause of death stabbed. Number 219, Fernanda Antello, age 32, date of death May 31, 2020, location of death Santa Cruz, Bolivia, cause of death other. Number 220, Selena Reyes Hernandez, age 37, date of death May 31, 2020, location of death Chicago, USA, cause of death shot. 221, Valentina Faraday, age not reported, date of death May 31, 2020, location of death Salamanca, Guanajuato, Mexico, cause of death shot. Number 222, Jade, age not reported, date of death June 6, 2020, location of death Porto Real de Colegio, Brazil, cause of death shot. Number 223, Grampula, age not reported, date of death June 6, 2020, location of death Porto Velho, Brazil, cause of death beaten. Number 224, Kayla Nunez, age not reported, date of death June 6, 2020, location of death Barra de Santa Rosa, Brazil, cause of death shot.
Luanne Kell, age not reported, date of death 6/6/2020, location of death Camocin, Brazil, cause of death torture. Bria Milton, age 25, date of death 6/9/2020, location of death Ohio, United States, cause of death shot. Dominique Remy Fells, age 27, date of death 6/9/2020, location of death Philadelphia, USA, cause of death decapitation and dismemberment.
Ketlin, age 22, date of death June 11th, 2020, location of death Salvador, Brazil, cause of death shot. Essie Granlund, age 26, date of death June 12th, 2020, location of death Vanta, Finland, cause of death stabbed. Ariadna Ojeda, date of death June 13th, 2020, location of death Santa Marta, Colombia, cause of death stabbed. Brian Egypt Powers, age 43, date of death June 13th, 2020, location of death Ohio, USA, cause of death shot.
Number 232, Paulina, age 18, date of death 6/13/2020, location of death Anápolis, Brazil, cause of death shot. Number 233, Aridna, age not reported, date of death 6/14/2020, Location of death, Santa Marta, Colombia. Cause of death, not reported. Number 234, Brandy Carolina Brown, age 30. Date of death, 6/14/2020. Location of death, Barranquilla, Colombia. Cause of death, stabbed. Number 235, Marcia Chocana Bastos da Silva, age 28. Date of death, 6/14/2020. Location of death, Marca, Brazil. Cause of death, beaten.
236, Asu Mama Deli, age 26, date of death 6/18/2020. Location of death, Baku, Azerbaijan. Cause of death, stabbed. 237, M.R. Sarvia, age 26, date of death 6/21/2020. Location of death, Villanueva, Honduras. Cause of death, torture. 238, name not reported, age not reported, date of death 6/23/2020. Teresina, Brazil. Cause of death, beaten. 239, Babalu, age 40, date of death 6/23/2020. Location of death, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. 240, Braila Stone, age 17, date of death 6/25/2020. Location of death, Little Rock, Arkansas, USA. Cause of death, shot.
Anel Valenzuela, age 45. Date of death 6/25/2020. Location 14, Mexico. Cause of death, shot. Lady Gaga, age 30. Date of death 6/25/2020. Location Recife, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Marcelli Souza, age 41. Date of death 6/25/2020. Location Cruzeiro, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed.
Fernanda Machado, age not reported, died June 25th, 2020 in Rio Branco, Brazil, beaten. Name not reported, 23 years old, died June 25th, 2020 in Aparecida de Goiânia, Brazil, shot. Eileen Carolina, 21 years old, died June 28th, 2020 in Medellin, Colombia, stabbed. Veronica Fiera Lima, age not reported, died June 30th, 2020 in Londrina, Brazil, cause of death, other.
Mercy Mack, age 22, date of death 6/30/2020. Location of death, Dallas, USA. Cause of death, shot. Shockey Peters, age 32, date of death 7/1/2020. Location of death, Amite City, USA. Cause of death, shot. Vicky Dos Santos, age 22, date of death 7/2/2020. Location of death, Itu, Brazil. Cause of death, beaten. Vida Borges de Mello, age not reported, date of death 7/2/2020. Location of death, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Cause of death, shot.
Number 252, Bree Black, age 27, date of death 7/3/2020. Location of death, Florida, USA. Cause of death, shot. Yandra Coroni Santos, age not reported, date of death 7/3/2020. Location of death, Santo Amaro de Purificidade, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Number 254, Mateus Lopez Meja. Age 25. Date of death, 7/4/2020. Location of death, Sirisacia, Colombia. Cause of death, shot. Number 255, Summer Taylor. Age 24. Date of death, 7/4/2020. Location of death, Seattle, Washington, USA. Cause of death, run over by a car. Number 256, name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death, 7/6/2020. Location of death, Medellin, Colombia. Cause of death, stabbed.
Kashik Sunil, age 17. Date of death, July 8th, 2020. Location of death, Mumbai, India. They were stabbed. Carol Eleuterio da Silva, age 36. Date of death, July 11th, 2020. Location of death, Sabril, Brazil. They were shot. Lidi Padilla Daza, age 41. Date of death, July 11th, 2020. Location of death, Ville du Par, Colombia. They were stabbed. Scarlett Casares, age 22. Date of death, July 11th, 2020. Location of death, Tegucigalpa, Honduras. They were shot. Crystal Romero Montos, age 52. Date of death, July 12th, 2020. Location of death, El Porvenir, Peru. Cause of death, they were beaten. Soraya Oliveira, age not released. Date of death, July 12th, 2020. Location of death, Fortaleza, Brazil. They were shot. Marilyn Cazares, age 22. Date of death, July 13th, 2020. Location of death, Brawley, United States of America. They were stabbed. Tiffany Alves Medeas, age 51. Date of death, July 13th, 2020. Location of death, Recife, Brazil. They were strangled or hanged. Leona, age not reported. Date of death, July 17th, 2020. Location of death, Vienna, Brazil. Cause of death, other. Bomb. Age not reported. Date of death, July 17th, 2020. Location of death, Natal, Brazil. They were shot. Rihanna Mabehi Spanik, age 20. Date of death, July 19th, 2020. Location of death, Iguatu, Brazil. They were beaten. Manula Di Cosio, age 48. Date of death, July 20th, 2020. Location of death, Milan, Italy. They were stabbed. Stephanie Dior, age 36. Date of death, July 22nd, 2020. Location of death, Roma, Italy. They were run over by a car. Pablo Ivan F., age 21. Date of death, July 23rd, 2020. Location of death, Michoacan, Mexico. They were shot. Monique Martinez, age 44. Date of death, July 25th, 2020. Location of death, Kumayag Yugla. Honduras. They were stabbed. Exxon Valdez. Age not reported. Date of death, July 26th, 2020. Location of death, Provincia de Los Rios, Ecuador. Cause of death, they were stabbed.
Tiffany Harris, age 32. Date of death, July 26th, 2020. Location of death, New York, United States. Cause of death, stabbed. Dorothy Balbino de Lima, age 40. Date of death, July 26th, 2020. Location of death, Capura, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Keisha D. Hardy, age 22. Date of death, July 27th, 2020. Location of death, Baton Rouge, United States. Cause of death, shot. Denise Torres, age 39. Date of death, July 27th, 2020. Location of death, Minatitlan, Mexico. Cause of death, stabbed. Cristal Lopez, age 30. Date of death, July 28th, 2020. Location of death, La Ceiba, Honduras. Cause of death, shot. Aya Raquel Roan Spears, age 32. Date of death, July 29th, 2020. Location of death, Portland, United States. Cause of death, stabbed. Rayanne Rodriguez dos Reyes, age 46, date of death August 1st, 2020, location of death Sinop, Brazil, cause of death other. Jocelyn, age 26, date of death August 1st, 2020, location of death Guatemala City, Guatemala, cause of death beaten. Name not reported, age not reported, date of death August 3rd, 2020, Fortaleza, Brazil, cause of death shot. Brenda Venega Ayaquipa, age 52, date of death August 4th, 2020, location of death Lima, Peru, cause of death tortured. Luisa Avila Henoa, age 23, date of death August 4th, 2020, location of death Boga, Colombia, cause of death beaten. Name not reported, age not reported, date of death August 4th, 2020, location of death Santo Antonio de Jesus, Brazil, cause of death not reported. Name not reported, age not reported, date of death August 4th, 2020, location of death São Bernardo do Campo, Brazil, cause of death shot. Samira, age not reported, date of death August 4th, 2020, location of death Belo Horizonte, Brazil, cause of death shot. Paloma, age not reported, date of death August 5th, 2020, location of death Feira de Santana, Brazil, cause of death strangled or hung. Name not reported, age 15, date of death August 8th, 2020, location of death Fortaleza, Brazil, cause of death shot.
Alice Garefa, age not reported, date of death 08/09/2020, location of death Americana, Brazil, cause of death asphyxiation, smoke inhalation, suffocated. Bridget, age 38, date of death 08/09/2020, location of death Morelos, Mexico, cause of death stabbed. Leticia Costa, age 29, date of death 08/10/2020, location of death Fortaleza, Brazil, cause of death shot. Vanessa Solorzano, age 20, date of death 08/11/2020, location of death San Miguel de Tucumán, Argentina, cause of death stabbed. Key Sam, age 24. Date of death 08/12/2020. Location of death Lafayette, USA. Cause of death shot. Barbara Ellen, age 53. Date of death 08/13/2020. Location of death Contagem, Brazil. Cause of death stabbed. Samantha Rosales Barrios, age 23. Date of death 08/13/2020. Location of death Atlixco, Mexico. Cause of death run over by car. Anushka, age 35. Date of death 08/15/2020. Location of death Suthamali, India. Cause of death strangled and hanged. Bhavani, age 34. Date of death 08/15/2020. Location of death Suthamali, India. Cause of death strangled, hanged. Francesca Galatro, age 66. Date of death 08/17/2020. Location of death Avila, Italy. Cause of death stabbed. Emily Taylor, age 26. Date of death 08/18/2020. Location of death Frutal, Brazil. Cause of death stabbed. Pia, age 20. Date of death 08/18/2020. Location of death Kamok, Punjab, Pakistan. Cause of death shot. Danny Rodriguez, age 20. Date of death 08/19/2020. Location of death Cratius, Brazil. Cause of death beaten. Patricia Dumont, age not reported. Date of death 08/19/2020. Location of death Santa Marta, Colombia. Cause of death shot. Julie Torres, age not reported. Date of death 08/19/2020. Location of death Guadalajara, Mexico. Cause of death tortured. Claudina Laite, age 20. Date of death 08/20/2020. Location of death Canada de São Francisco, Brazil. Cause of death beaten.
Bernadette, age not reported. Date of death 8/21/2020. Location Igarape Grande, Brazil. Cause of death stabbed. Lorena Maria del Luan Riquel, age 39. Date of death 8/22/2020. Location of death Rosario, Argentina. Cause of death beaten. Vara Redfeld, age 23. Date of death 8/22/2020. Location of death Marinque, Brazil. Cause of death other. Name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death 8/22/2020. Location of death Santa Fe, Argentina. Cause of death strangled/hanged. Isabella Pedrosa, age 22. Date of death 8/23/2020. Location of death Porto Alegre, Brazil. Cause of death shot. Name not reported. Age 30. Date of death 8/24/2020. Location of death Acapulco, Mexico. Cause of death shot. Angori. Age not reported. Date of death 8/25/2020. Location of death Karachi, Pakistan. Cause of death not reported. Name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death 8/26/2020. Location of death São Bernardo do Campo, Brazil. Cause of death burned. Brittany Jacqueline. Age not reported. Date of death 8/26/2020. Location of death Jalisco, Mexico. Cause of death not reported. Brandy Cortez. Age not reported. Date of death 8/26/2020. Location of death Puente Nacional, Mexico. Cause of death stabbed. Name not reported. Age 30. Date of death 8/26/2020. Location of death Acapulco, Mexico. Cause of death shot. Ani Noreta Lopez. Age not reported. Date of death 8/27/2020. Location of death Tijuana, Mexico. Cause of death stabbed. Nita Chandri. Age not reported. Date of death 8/26/2020. Location of death Muzaffargarh, Pakistan. Cause of death shot. Branca Aldama. Age 37. Date of death 8/29/2020. Location of death Fortaleza, Brazil. Cause of death shot. Melody Balala. Age 27. Date of death 8/29/2020. Location of death Guaymallén, Argentina. Cause of death shot. Brenda Levy. Age 52. Date of death 8/31/2020. Location of death San Juan Lurigancho, Peru. Cause of death torture.
Name not reported. Age 30. Date of death August 31st, 2020. Location Acapulco, Mexico. Cause of death shot. Mireya Rodriguez. Age not reported. Date of death September 2nd, 2020. Location Aquiles Cerdán, Mexico. Cause of death beaten. Kiara Duarte. Age 27. Date of death September 2nd, 2020. Location Sao Paulo, Brazil. Cause of death stabbed. Catherine Rosemary Duval. Age not reported. Date of death September 3rd, 2020. Location Ilopango, El Salvador. Cause of death shot. Gabriela Cruz Pimentel. Age 46. Date of death September 4th, 2020. Location San Miguel, Peru. Cause of death other. Ekta Joshi. Age 41. Date of death September 5th, 2020. Location New Delhi, India. Cause of death shot. Leslie Alejandra Ferretti. Age not reported. Date of death September 5th, 2020. Location Juarez City, Mexico. Cause of death stabbed. Giovanna Perez. Age not reported. Date of death September 6th, 2020. Location, Maraja de Sena, Brazil. Cause of death, stabbed. Kathleen Avila, age 30. Date of death, September 8th, 2020. Location, Bacolod, Philippines. Cause of death, stabbed. Alvarez Hernandez, age 25. Date of death, September 8th, 2020. Location, Copacabana, Colombia. Cause of death, shot. Gul Purana, age 35. Date of death, September 8th, 2020. Location, Peshawar, Pakistan. Cause of death, shot. Saad, age 32. Date of death, September 10th, 2020. Location, Swabi, Pakistan. Cause of death, shot. Nem, age 33. Date of death, September 12th, 2020. Location, Sobral, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Name not reported. Age not reported. Date of death, September 13th, 2020. Location, Resende, Brazil. Cause of death, shot. Susana Criado Anton, age 60. Date of death, September 13th, 2020. Location, Oviedo, Spain. Cause of death, beaten. Jardiel Santos, age 24. Date of death, September 14th, 2020. Location, Marcelo, Brazil. Cause of death, beaten.
Name not reported, age not reported. September 14th, Juarez City, Mexico, shot. Name not reported, age not reported. September 17th, Marchal de Douro, Brazil, beaten. Ariane Burnett, 37, September 19th, Independence, United States of America, shot. Barbie Macon, 34, September 20th, Salvaterra, Brazil, strangled, hanged. AV, 24, September 20th, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, run over by car. Brenda Sanchez, 35, September 23rd, La Plata, Argentina, cause of death, other. Juliana Giraldo Diaz, 38, September 24th, Miranda, Colombia, shot. Sandra Beatrice Renel, 23, September 25th, Londrina, Brazil, shot. Francesca Cornejo, 63, September 26th, Cordoba, Argentina, cause of death, other. Mia Green, age 29, September 28th, Philadelphia, United States of America, shot. Raisa, age not reported, September 29th, Umbalba, Brazil, run over by car. Donna Niera, 23, September 29th, Caloocan, Philippines, cause of death, other. Michelin Ramos Vargas, age 35, September 30th, San German, Puerto Rico, shot. Michelle, age not reported, September 30th, Sao Jose, Dalahe, Brazil, stabbed.
And that concludes the list of names for this year. There's always some additional information that comes out with the list that we do not read for brevity or because sometimes it's too much. One of those pieces of information is occupation, and I think it's very important that we recognize a lot of the names on those lists were sex workers, and a lot of them died because of sex work or dangerous situations that they were forced into because of the lack of opportunities afforded to them as transgender and gender expansive people. It's not just the momentary violence that kills us. It's also the lack of opportunity that kills us, that forces us into situations where we are killed. So it's not just the loud bigotry that we need to combat. It's the soft, quiet bigotry that keeps us in poverty, keeps us unable to find work, keeps us on the street. But that's what community is for. That's what we're here to combat. That's what we try to do. And that's what we're here to remember. So I will send it over to Kirby from Choosing Our Roots for some closing remarks.
Every year, we gather together to acknowledge the hurt and atrocities that have been committed against the transgender and gender expansive community. We come together to mourn and remember those who have been taken from us by senseless acts of violence. We create space, keep saying their names, and keep their memories alive. Every year, we come together as a community to remember and to heal together. We are each other's greatest allies, supporters, and advocates. But as a community, we are not solely defined by the atrocities committed against us. We are not merely victims of those driven by fear and hate. We are friends, we are parents, we are teachers, we are mayors and congresspeople. We are finding our footing and are taking off running. We are demanding positions of power and demanding to be in the spaces as the change makers to center the hurt and the pain of our community has faced for so long and declare no more. We will not stand for the treatment we have been given for so long. Our voices have gathered together, too loud to be ignored. We are demanding to be seen, to be protected, and to be treated with the dignity and respect we deserve. We will not hide in the shadows. We will not live in fear. As a community, we are demanding better from the world around us. We are loud and proud. We are united. We are in this together.
So thank you everyone for joining us tonight for this Transgender Day of Remembrance 2020. I would like to thank everyone who read names, everyone who sent in videos for our Candlelight Vigil, which will be happening shortly, and I'd especially like to thank Laura and Kirby and also Charlie Mills, who were instrumental in helping coordinate this with me, and I would like to thank Brooks for helping me edit the videos together. I'd like to thank Vincent from the Queen's Guard, who is currently in the Zoom room coordinating the peer support and all of our other peer support people in there. We will be leaving that Zoom room open for a little while afterwards, so if you need support after the event is ended, please still head in there and we'll we'll have somebody there for you. So if you'd like to get out your candles now, we'll begin the Candlelight Vigil. Thank you all, and stay safe.
My name is Eli Michael. I use he, him, or they, them pronouns. I'm calling in from the traditional territory of Tlingit Ani.